Hey y'all, welcome in the building. What is it? It's Tuesday, December the 2nd, trending topics. I'm glad to see y'all in the building, hanging out with the diva. Y'all know the routine. Hit that like button, okay? I'm so happy to see y'all. Listen, it's Tuesday night, it's trending topics, and we got stuff to talk about. This happened a few days ago. Two sisters out here in my town. I'm saying my hometown, but my town, not my town, but my state, Jersey. These two sisters went back and tried to save their father, and the house was burning down. And unfortunately, the father lived, and the sisters lost their lives. I don't know the answer, but I know I heard and read so many stories where the individuals are going back in burning places trying to say something or someone, a dog, a cat, something, a person. And I really don't know the answer to this. It breaks my heart that the sisters lost their lives the way that they did. So we're going to have a discussion about that. Also, if I didn't click out of it, I'm going to give a quick update. Remember, we did the story on trending topics one night where the young lady, she flew from one state to another, from New York to Florida, killed her boyfriend at the time's new girlfriend. Well, honey, she got life in prison. I wonder if she's thinking to herself, is it worth it now? You took a life, and now you're going to spend life in prison. And if I'm not mistaken, she got a young baby. So her daughter or son or whoever, whatever she had, will never get to know their mother, because their mother is going to spend the rest of her life behind bars. It could never be that serious for me. Listen, people, when your ex-lover no longer wants you, carry on with life. It's going to be okay. So now, over some man, you took a life. So somebody lost their life, and essentially, because you're going to be behind bars forever, you lost your life too. Talking about stupid. So that's just going to be an update I'll do really quick. I don't know if I told you, I do deliveries, but I only do deliveries when I call the actual restaurant itself, and restaurants that I know in my local town. And then I have food delivered. I do not do DoorDash. And I don't do DoorDash for this very reason, this story that I'm about to tell you. The DoorDash driver, he got out, takes the food out. A chicken wing fell out of the girl's package. He picked the chicken wing up, stuck it back in the thing, left her package there, and licked his fingers at the... People are disgusting. He could have just had her be minus one chicken wing. But no, he picked it up, put it back in. How messed up is that? We're going to talk about it. Yeah, never get the order. I don't do no DoorDash. I'll be hungry first. And then we're going to talk about this birthday party horror story. Stockton. It's a 2-year-old birthday party. I'm sure y'all heard about it. It's sad. A 2-year-old birthday party. A gunman came, pow, 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 pow. I want to say the last I read, I think at the very least, I know 4 people died, and I think 17 people, they say, got hurt. I know for sure, though, 4 people are gone. a 8-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 21-year-old gone. I'm telling you now, people have no respect of life. You are evil, and I don't care who you're trying to come after. You're evil when you go to a kid's birthday party to seek revenge on somebody. How do you sleep at night? That's just crazy. And now all of these people will never look at a birthday party again the rest of their lives the same way. A 2-year-old's birthday party. And now 4 people are gone and 17 were injured. We're going to talk about it. So y'all know what I need in the chat. I need a what? I need a choo-choo. Hold aboard, everybody. It is Tuesday night trending topics, and we got stuff to talk about. The title is called So Sad, a Tragedy. 2 sisters lose their life trying to save the dad. We got the DoorDash drama, and we got the birthday party horror. Let me bring the people in the building. Hold on one second. Hey, in my opinion.
Hey, Diva. Choo-choo.
Hey, 48.
Hey, Diva.
Listen, I'm going to first give the update. I don't know if y'all remember that story where the young lady, she flew from New York to Florida, took the life of her boyfriend's new girlfriend or ex-boyfriend, however that went. She got life.
Put on her clothes.
And put on her clothes. Come on, in my opinion. She was disgusting. Well, honey, girlfriend, she got a lot to think about now because, honey, she's spending life in prison. Let me share your screen. Hold on one second just to give you this update. Wait 1 second. Let me just let the people in the building. Okay, so the update that hold on 1 second again, y'all. So the update: the 31-year-old woman sentenced to life in prison after traveling from New York to Florida to kill her new 23-year-old girlfriend. Body cam footage of the family being notified of the death is released. Let's take a listen. And she took this sentence like a champ. I would have been passing out. I guess maybe at this point she was already like she knew. Let's take a listen.
I just went on train. I mean, how do you know her? Your cousin? Sure.
I have to see her. Where's her body?
Hey, when's the last time you spoke to her? When's the last time you spoke to your cousin?
We spoke on Instagram.
In this particular situation, crime was heinous in the way she tracked down, located, showed up, and then killed Ms. Thompson. With that, the court does sentence Ms. Thompson to adjudicated sentenced to life in prison.
You know her mom?
Yes. My aunt is coming. My aunt is a flight attendant. That's my mom.
Your mom? What? Your mom's here?
My mom is here. My mom is here.
Is that her mom?
No, that's her aunt.
Okay.
So,
where's her mom?
Her mom is a flight attendant. She's working on a flight. I just finally got in touch with her.
Oh.
So she's coming back right now.
She knows this. Okay.
Yeah, she's.
Where is she now?
But when they bring the body down, we're able to.
I can't answer those questions. I have no idea.
Hey, listen. Do you know her mom?
Yes.
State prosecutors questioned Sakina Thompson about why she stabbed Kayla Hodgson to death inside of Hodgson's Tamarack home 3 years ago. Thompson told jurors she went to Hodgson's apartment uninvited to talk woman to woman about dating the same man. Thompson claims Hodgson attacked her.
Punching me.
Punching you where?
My face.
Where on your face? Point to it for us.
I don't remember, but everywhere on
You
my
don't
face.
remember where she was punching you in your face?
In my face.
I mean, this is why you killed her, right?
No.
Right?
No.
It's not?
No.
You didn't kill her because she was fighting you?
No, I killed her because she took the glass from the hookah and slashed me across my stomach.
Thompson says she was 2 months pregnant at the time. She says Hodgson cut her stomach with a piece of glass. Thompson grabbed the glass and then blacked out. She allegedly awoke to Hodgson dead on the floor. Gruesome autopsy photos of Hodgson's body show state prosecutors questioned Sakina shows she was stabbed dozens of times.
I wasn't really walking over the blood, I was walking in the blood.
You walked in the blood?
Yes,
With what shoes?
the BB shoes. I changed my shoes.
Thompson admitted to changing into the victim's clothes, cleaning up some of the crime scene, and being too scared to call police. She also threw evidence in the trash.
No, she's getting close enough because my jacket was cut up.
Okay, your jacket was cut up.
My jacket was cut up.
Okay, and what'd you do with that jacket?
Threw it away.
In the months leading up to the killing, Thompson admitted to getting upset when Hodgson blocked her on social media. The state says she was upset enough to kill.
You wrote her on IG, and she, in fact, ignored your message initially, correct?
Correct.
And that made you angry.
Correct.
Shows she was stabbed dozens of times.
I wasn't really walking over the blood, I was walking in.
Disgusting. I'm glad she got life. In my opinion, your thoughts?
I think she got what she deserved. You know, she took a life, so her life is gonna be taken. It's not the same kind of justice, but at least it's something, you know. That family can get some peace.
Yeah. 48, your thoughts?
Totally agree with, in my opinion, she's a total idiot. Took someone's life for a man that she no longer has anyway. Just a complete idiot.
That part. Thank you. Katrina, your thoughts?
Yeah, Diva. I still don't understand why women fight over men. Either way, one of them end up in prison or one of them end up unalive, and he's free to go do whatever he wants to do. So I just don't get it. And for you to get on a plane to come up there because the woman blocked you on social media, girl, you have some deep issues. And I feel sorry for the baby. I don't know what happened to the baby. Did we ever hear anything? Did she deliver the baby? What happened? But this is a sad situation that a baby is being brought into life under these circumstances because these people can't get it together. They're sick and pathetic. And that's all I got.
Thank you. Wayne, your thoughts?
Yeah, it makes me mad. You get these people that commit these horrific crimes, and they all black out.
That part.
Dozens of times. You done somebody in dozens of times. You blacked out and you don't remember nothing, but you remember you had BB shoes on. I'm glad she got life and that more abundantly. That's it.
I agree with you. So that was just an update, y'all. I'm going to roll into this next story where two sisters, unfortunately, lost their life trying to save their dad. Hold on one second.
Turn to tragedy for a family in New Jersey. Two sisters died trying to save their elderly father from a burning family home in Orange Township. Dave Carlin has the story of heartbreak and sacrifice for the family and a close-knit community.
Relatives and neighbors hugged, steeped in shock and heartbreak outside this burned and uninhabitable home on Mosswood Avenue in Orange. It's where these two sisters, Francia and Pojani PJ Fleury, died, surrounded by fire. They fought to find and save their father, but did not come out alive. He was later rescued and is hospitalized.
They raised me along with my mother.
Sydney, a cousin who prefers we not share his last name, said the sisters were in their 40s and are survived by one child each.
I understand these two women had big hearts. They were very deeply devoted to their families. And it's just a tragedy.
This family's been here my entire life.
Justin McDaniel says he's close to the family and talked about how love, bravery, and sacrifice are part of this tragedy. Daughters determined to help their father, described as disabled and diagnosed with dementia.
Hearing that both of them were trying to do something like that, you know, that's not too surprising for me to hear. You wish they were still here.
Neighbors who witnessed this fire said the flames appeared to spread quickly, and their biggest concern people trapped inside.
We're just afraid that our neighbors may be in there and not able to get out. We were able to come out and try to comfort some of the neighbors that were also very concerned.
Relatives say Bojani, or PJ, was an inventor and author, and older sister Francia worked in medicine. The cause of the fire is under investigation. In Orange, Dave Carlin, CBS News, New York.
Very sad. Let me just see. I have just a little bit more information I'll share. So, family heartbreak tragedy as two sisters died saving disabled dad from a horror house fire on Thanksgiving as devastated family pays tribute. The two sisters were able to save their father before devastatingly succumbing to the blaze. The two sisters have died in a Thanksgiving tragedy after they heroically saved their disabled father from a raging house fire. Francesa, 49, and Pranjani, 42, were trapped inside the blazing New Jersey home on Thursday while attempting to guide their father to safety. That is one of them with their father. That's the other sister. The family home on Mosswood Avenue in the city of Orange was engulfed in flames at 5 p.m. The sisters helped their father escape the burning house physically unscathed, alongside 6 other people who were inside the home, according to local authorities. Emergency services attended the home. However, it was too late for the pair, who had been overcome by the flames. Prosecutors from the Essex County Prosecutor's Office said the women were declared dead at 6:45 p.m. Tributes have flowed in on social media from heartbroken family and friends. Progeny, a published author, publisher, and inventor, has been remembered as great, selfless community leader by the African Immigrants Commissions of New York and Connecticut. PJ was a dedicated community servant. They added, "We are extremely sad." Panjane founded the Brown Eyes magazine, which launched in 2007 as a celebration of positive artistry and holistic health for and about African Americans. Frantesi, a radiological technologist at Clara Mass Medical Center in Bellevue, has shared a touching Facebook post 9 years prior to the tragic incident. She posted a photo the day after Thanksgiving, posing with her father and captioned, "Daddy's girl." The pair were described by a cousin as having big hearts. She had previously served in the Marine Corps. They were deeply devoted to their families, and it's just a tragedy, the cousin said. I don't know how my aunt is going to deal with this. My uncle, I don't even know if he's aware of what's going on. He's in the hospital right now, suffering from smoke inhalation. Both women each had a child. Neighbors were shaken by the deadly inferno. Speaking to local media, one said, I just came here to look, and then I see the whole fire. That's heartbreaking. And on Thanksgiving, that's hard. That's really hard," they added. Matthew Murr said he always had pleasant interactions with the family. "I just know that they kept their yard really nice. Whenever I would go for a walk or run, they were super friendly," he told the news. Another neighbor, Justin McDonald, said, "The family have been here my entire life, as long as I've been here. They always been good people. One of the daughters of the house, they used to babysit me when I was younger too. So I know that they're going through a lot right now," he added. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. This is just super sad. Fires are always very scary. In my opinion, your thoughts?
So this story is very sad. I think we all need to learn that fires are very dangerous, and our safety in fires. If we're gonna go in and try to save somebody, which is very dangerous, to at least soak a blanket, stay low to the ground. Don't try to go in between fires. We need to caution ourselves that we're going into a dangerous situation. These sisters at that point didn't care. They wanted to save their dad. And so, I just pray that they souls is at peace now.
Yeah, thank you. In my opinion, Katrina, your thoughts?
Okay, I'm sorry, Diva. Condolences to the family. But I'm speaking out the box, and I hope I'm not um being rude or displacing or anything like that. But my thing is, how did both of them go to try to save their dad, and the dad get out, and neither one of them make it out? Like, how did the dad get out of there, and they went in to get him?
There were
Cause
other
yeah,
people in the house.
okay,
And
other people was in the house, and I'm just
I think
saying.
they were saving everybody else. And then you gotta imagine you're not in your right mind. You're in panic mode.
I
So
know, I know. I was in a house fire. My house caught on fire once before. So I mean, I know. I mean, yeah. I mean, because you're not thinking you moving around. You're not thinking you're moving around. You're doing things. But I'm just saying, condolences to the family. But I know other people was out. The other people got out, and the dad got out, but not the two daughters, the two sisters. Like I said, I wasn't in the house. I don't know what happened in the house, but I just Or all I can say is condolences to the family. It's just something is there that's hitting me, but I'm not gonna say it. But condolences to the family. That's all I got.
thank you. Wayne, your thoughts?
It sounds like it was probably other older people, maybe elderly people in the house,
Mm-hmm.
and and they're just trying to help everybody out. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you get that super strength that just comes from nowhere to think you can do anything, you know. And they saved a lot of people. It's unfortunate they passed away, but they saved a lot of people. My condolences to their family, and may she rest in paradise. That's it.
Yeah. Hey, Amy J, your thoughts?
Hey, I wanted to come in because I heard someone say they don't know how that could happen. I actually went through that where we was in a house fire, and what happened was one brother got out of the house, and then he thought to himself, "Oh no, my brother's in the house. I have to save him." So he ran back in, not knowing that the brother actually got out. So when he ran back in, he wasn't able to get out. So a lot of times they may have thought their father was in the house, not knowing that he probably was not in the house, and they probably were not with each other when they ran into the house to save him, because sometimes you're just thinking about the most important thing to you. And fires, when you go into a firehouse, it's dark, it's a lot of smoke, and you can't see, and by the time you realize you're in true danger, a lot of times you can't like just get out of there right away. Like the person that we was in the fire with, one of them survived because they both went in looking for each other. The one who died, he didn't jump out the window where his other brother jumped out of the window. He literally jumped through the window and crashed out. Whereas he pretty much got sucked in by the smoke and passed away. So a lot of times that's how it usually happens. It's dark in there, and then you may not even know the person's out or not. And it'll
Yeah,
make you run back in to go looking for the person.
yeah. So the thing was that I think they was all in the house. And like they said, there's other people that got out. I think they was so busy saving everybody, and they probably forgot who wasn't saved, who was out, who wasn't out, and those two succumbed to, like you said, the fire is just getting worse and worse by the minute. And those two, the last time they went back in, I guess, see if they saved everybody, those two could not get out. It's very sad. There needs to be more tips and training on how to deal with house fires, and also too, how like do you go back in even if you know your family members in there and it's an
It's
inferno?
not advised to. You
How
shouldn't. You
you
shouldn't go back
should,
in
and
because that
it
happens.
sounds horrible. It sounds horrible, but you are right. You shouldn't go back in unless you're because you're just at that point. All of y'all just gonna die.
Exactly. That's what
So,
happens.
and now the two sisters are gone, and it's very sad. May they rest in peace, and may this family find some type of solace. I'm gonna roll into the next story. I'll do the DoorDash story next, and the birthday party one last, because the birthday party story is extremely sad. So let's roll into this DoorDash story. Let me share a screen. So DoorDash driver drops chicken wing on the concrete, puts it back in the box, and licks his fingers in gross corner on camera scene. So a party foul. A DoorDash driver was caught shoving a stray chicken wing back into a takeout container after it plopped onto the concrete. Then licking the sauce off his fingers as he sorted away, all without warning the customer. The disgusted Florida customer, Tria Brown, shared the damning recap footage with the news shortly after their delivery horror story at their Orange Park home on Sunday. So that's him right there. I'll show you the footage later. In the video, the driver tries to shimmy the stack of food out of the DoorDash branded insulated bag, but a container of boneless wings topples to the ground. The driver stomps over and places the lid back on, but a single wing and some sauce were splattered on the concrete doorstep. He then shoves the wing back inside and tries to kick away the scuff of the sauce with his toe. From there, the driver ambles away while licking a dollop of sauce off his fingers, according to the video. Brown told the outlet that her family never would have known one of the wings touched the ground if it weren't for the security footage. So here we go. Gross. Now Brown is pushing for changes to be made to the delivery process and training. If you can't deliver food with due care, then maybe there's something else out there for him to do. Secondly, on DoorDash behalf, I'm not really sure what the training is, but maybe it's time to bring drivers in or require them to have some type of training, Brown told the outlet. Brown revealed that she hasn't ordered takeout since the chicken kerfuffle. In a statement obtained by the outlet, DoorDash admitted that the Florida's man's tax was well below the level of service it typically aims to provide. The delivery service said it was investigating the incident and issued a warning to the driver. They issued a warning. They didn't fire him. See, that's why I ain't playing with them. I'll take no delivery from DoorDash. In my opinion, your thoughts?
This is nasty and disgusting, and he wouldn't want nobody to do this to his food. So why would he do it to somebody else's? I would have much rather him left the note and throw the chicken away that fell on the ground than to contaminate the whole thing of chicken. You putting that in with the rest of the chicken. Now all the chicken is got to be thrown away. You know what? He could have told DoorDash, it fell out, whatever, refund them their money, whatever. I think this is so disgusting, so lowbrow, so everything. Like, he just didn't have no common sense whatsoever. Because common sense would have told you, don't put that chicken back in there. It didn't hit the ground.
That part. Thank you, in my opinion. Katrina, your thoughts?
Yeah, Diva. That's why I tell people, I be seeing these people coming in these restaurants, picking up foods and whatsoever, and I be looking at them, be looking at their cars and stuff, and I'm like, y'all putting people food in this. I'm just particular about what I eat and who I eat and where I eat from. And you got my food in your car. You can also have a stapler in your car. You can also have extra bags in your car. I don't know what you're doing to my food in that car. I just don't trust it because these are not like the people that driving from Pizza Hut. That's Pizza Hut person. You know what I mean? Or people that driving from these restaurants. We know that those restaurant people. These people are driving independently, and I don't know. You got dogs in your car. I don't know. I don't know what's in your car. I'm sorry, and I don't know what you're doing with my food in the car. They're like this guy let himself go into somebody's drink. I just can't, and that is totally nasty. And as like in my opinion, it is so. Why didn't you just write a note and let them know that one of your chicken fell out And I'm calling the store right now. I'm calling the boss to let them know that they need to refund your food, and I will bring it back out. That's customer service. This is ridiculous. That's why I don't trust everybody with my food. I don't trust everybody coming to my house. I just don't do it. If I have to do it, it got to be a good reason, because I don't know what these people doing in these cars when my food is in there. But that's all I got.
Thank you. Katrina, I'm saying Katrina. 48, your thoughts?
Yeah, they're just giving everybody dashophobia. It's just, killed it for me. It's just disgusting. I can't believe that like stuff like that happens. I mean, you think it, or I think I should assume that it happens, but it's just crazy to see it on film, and it doesn't make any sense because accidents happen. Like, what would have been the most that could have happened, other than you having to bring the food back? It was such a dumb move to me.
And disgusting and unfair to the customer. Amy J, your thoughts?
Hey, I mean, I know when I go into stores, sometimes I see a little lineup with the DoorDash food that has to be delivered.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it also leaves it for the drivers if they want to secure the bag and make sure it's double wrapped, and they can put the stickers and all the rest of that stuff on and make sure it doesn't spill, because that's the issue in general. Like, depending on how they wrap the bags up, how it can get to your house in a one piece. So all I can think is that maybe they need to re-educate the drivers about making sure the bags, before you put them in that little box or whatever he had them in, make sure they're securely closed, because that could have been prevented. That shouldn't have been falling out. It seemed like he didn't have control over it, and then the other part of it, it didn't seem like it was securely closed, so that stuff fell on the floor. And of course, because he is not a contract, he's a worker, not a contracted worker. He's a contracted worker, not a worker. He fears that he can get deactivated on the account, but that was just a bad move altogether. If you're doing DoorDash, you really should consider making sure when you pick these things up that everything is in the bag, because that's something that people get their meals and they say, I'm missing this and missing that. And the dasher said, I just picked the bag up. I didn't look through it. You got to do all that stuff to make sure you don't wind up getting the blame for stuff. So that's just, to me, it was nasty. He should. You got to do better and make sure those bags are properly closed.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all, and I got a new term 48, DoorDash phobia. I got it because I'm not ordering jack. Yeah. Claire said the food is almost never hot. Listen,
Yeah, it's a lot of problems, and he be like, it's just as simple as slowing down. I know they rushing because they're getting a lot of stuff out, but just slow down and make things sure everything is closed. Make sure it's closed and properly closed, and don't make sure you don't have anything where you wind up spilling it on the floor. Because that was partly his part, and then whoever prepared it for him's fault. But
Yeah.
he should have said, "I'm sorry, I can't serve this to you."
That part. That's what he should have did. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and roll into the last story. It's a lot of moving parts. It was a 2-year-old birthday party. From what I gathered from this story, because I had to gather so many pieces, the 2-year-old's father, I believe, is a rapper. The people that came there and was doing the powing, or the person that came and was doing the powing, was the intended target was allegedly the rapper. But you are vicious when you come to a 2-year-old's birthday party and you just start blasting off. And unfortunately, a lot of people lost their lives. I'm going to show you a few videos connected to this. So hang in there. So 1 second. I'm gonna first show you the mother who threw the party.
All I can say is that I'm sorry to all the mothers and children out there. If I could do anything to prevent this, I would. I threw a birthday party for my little daughter. She actually turned 2, and I just wanted all my family to come together and be together as it would be like an incident happened. Has me getting ready to start my baby, to start cutting her cake and stuff. Everybody's getting together to gather around and just start cutting the cake, and all we heard was gunshots, and everybody just fell to the ground. It was just unexpected. I don't know what happened. I'm just so shocked and lost, and I'm lost of words. I'm speechless, and I just want to say I'm sorry to all the mothers out there that lost their kids at my birthday party. I don't even know what was going on. Everybody was inside. It was just a misunderstanding. Everybody was getting ready to cut the cake, like I said, and I actually thought it was my balloons popping. It was gunshots. So it's my daughter's dad, niece. Both his nieces passed away. My sister actually got shot. My cousin got shot. My son's friend got shot. My 3 of my friends got shot. My friend's baby dad got shot and got killed. Yes, I work for the AAA Whole Life Center. I work with the youth. And this is why it's really hurting me, because I see youth all day. I see kids all day. I'm a mother of 3. So for me to see kids on the floor and just bleeding and I can't help them, and I help people that I help the youth at my job, it was hurting me not to help them on the floor.
And it was the uncle who could talk as well?
Try not to be in public all the time with your kids, because anything can happen, and bullet does not have a name. I believe that if you guys ever have a birthday party, just have a birthday party indoors and don't be outside.
Whew. All right. 1 second. Yeah, increased matters. Definitely feel that way. Super sad, but I mean, good gosh, kids, you don't even care. As kids, there's a 2-year.
We're also hearing from the families of those impacted. ABC 10's Gabriel Porras has been on scene every day since the night of that tragedy, and he spoke to the family of the 14-year-old victim from Modesto.
And Gabriel, tell us, what have they shared with you today?
Yeah, Chris and Laura, I sat down with the family of 14-year-old Amari Peterson. The word devastating doesn't even begin to cover it. That family gathered inside of this building on Saturday to celebrate the birthday of a 2-year-old. They would have never imagined that just 48 hours later, it would turn into a memorial for their own child. I want to warn you that the details the father shares about the final moments of his young son's life are simply gut-wrenching. Any father remembers the day their child is born.
He was just like the perfect gift from God.
But this father, Patrick Peterson, is now burdened to live with the day his son died.
All I could see is my son crawling on the ground and me trying to resuscitate him.
At just 14, Amari Peterson took his last breath.
He had one bullet hole right above his heart.
Amari and his family, a few of the dozens on Saturday who were just trying to celebrate the birthday of a 2-year-old.
I just heard gunshots, and then the shooter came in, and he came in. I turned my back and I looked at him, and then I just started seeing him shoot. Just sit down.
Patrick's daughter was grazed, and in the panic before he could even react,
everybody running off, and then my son is just sitting there, just crawling, trying to get up. So I got my baby. I had to hop back over the counter, and I'm trying to see what's going on with him. I'm trying to give him CPR and the bullet, and he just got blood coming out his face, and it's just something that a father should never have to go through.
What no one should ever endure is now on a painful replay.
Every time I get ready to lay down, I'm like laying over my son while he's sitting there breathing, trying to breathe. Every day he would tell me, "Dad, I love you. Dad, I appreciate you." Every night, every morning. Every night, every morning, that boy would tell me he loved me.
A loving boy, a gentle soul, a life taken, and a community shaken.
He was loved by like so many people. He loved sports, he loved football, he loved basketball. You know, he ran a little bit of track, but overall, he was just a gentle soul. And I just can't see why God would let something like this happen.
And that is the question that so many people are asking tonight. Why did this happen? Right now, we don't know the answer. Investigators say they're working on it. So far, for now, this memorial grows with candles and flowers, and so many families now mourning. Amari's family tells me they've received so many calls and texts in the past 48 hours with people showing support. They are raising money online to plan for a funeral, something they would have never planned for, never prepared for, never would have expected. Live in Stockton, Gabriel Porras, ABC 10.
So there is a rapper. His name is slipping my mind right now. Doing a very nice gesture and is paying for, I want to say, all the funerals of these victims. I do have one more. Let me share this one.
Families shattered and struggling to move forward. Tonight, we hear from grieving parents who lost their 14-year-old son in the Stockton mass shooting.
Son, he was just full of life, full of laughter. He was like the glue to our family.
Amari Peterson was one of 3 children killed in the attack. Good evening. I'm Claudine Wong.
And I'm Greg Lee. Those children were 8, 9, and 14 years old. A 21-year-old was also killed when gunfire erupted at the banquet hall during a 2-year-old's birthday party.
Amari and his family are from Modesto. They were at that party over the weekend when, in an instant, their lives were changed forever. KTVU's Amber Lee sat down with the teens' parents, and she joins us live from Stockton with their story. Amber?
Claudine, there is a growing memorial behind me outside of the banquet hall where the shooting took place. I met with the teens' parents in their home in Modesto tonight. They tell me they attended the party as a family, and now they're in shock that their son never made it home.
I feel so bad about not being able to save him.
Patrick Peterson is struggling to come to terms with the sudden death of his son Amari. The 14-year-old was shot and killed during a child's birthday party for a family friend on Saturday in Stockton.
I just want my son back.
Amari attended the party with his parents and 3 siblings. Peterson tells me his son had left his side momentarily to go meet a rapper who was at the gathering. Then suddenly, shots rang out.
It was like pop, 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 pop. And then I'm standing there for a second. Then I started looking around to see if anybody else heard it.
Peterson says he saw a lone gunman with a face mask on, firing multiple shots in the direction where his son was gathered with other people. Peterson says it appeared that the shooter was aiming at the rapper.
He started letting off shots, and then the group started scrambling. People were scrambling and falling, getting out the way.
Peterson tells me he grabbed his 1-year-old daughter as he was trying to make his way to Amari. He found his son shot once in the chest.
He was just gasping for air. He was just trying to breathe, and, me trying to, not panic.
Dad started to do CPR before paramedics eventually took over. Amari died at the hospital. His family devastated. They describe him as outgoing and athletic. Amari was only in the 8th grade. His mom and dad tell me he had a bright future ahead of him.
For my son to only be 14 and to lose his life, it's like...
We were planning where he was going to go to high school, and now we're here planning for him.
Amari's 12-year-old sister, Kaizani, showed me where a bullet grazed her arm. She ran and escaped out a back door. The family has started an online fundraiser to help with expenses. Claudine, Greg?
There are just no words to describe how much sadness we feel for their loss tonight. Amber, our thoughts with them tonight. Thank you so much. And our thoughts certainly with all the families suffering losses tonight. Thank you, Amber. And tonight we're also hearing from former Stockton Mayor Michael Tubbs, who is a close friend of one of the 11 victims injured in Saturday's shooting. Jasmine Delafosse is still in the hospital tonight, but her injuries are not considered life-threatening. Tubbs described her as a community leader, focused on reducing violence in the city. Her impact in the community is so great, she's even depicted on a mural in the city alongside Martin Luther King Jr.
Community problem. It's not just a problem concentrated in bad people, but it's a problem that the whole community will be impacted by. And that's why we have to treat it with seriousness, because any one of us could have been at a 2-year-old birthday party.
Tonight, Governor Gavin Newsom has ordered flags at the state capitol to fly at half-staff in honor of the victims.
The manhunt has intensified for the suspects in Saturday's shooting. Detectives say it's unclear who the target was, and they're investigating whether multiple shooters were involved. The mother of the 2-year-old who hosted the birthday party expressed heartbreak and apologized to the families affected.
Just started cutting the cake and all we heard was gunshots and everybody just fell to the ground. I just want to say I'm sorry to all the mothers out there that lost their kids at my birthday party.
Stockton's mayor says the shooting could be gang-related, but the sheriff's office says it's too early to know for certain. The FBI is offering a reward of up to $50,000 for any information that leads to an arrest and conviction of the suspects.
This is so sad. And Burna Boy, thank you so much for putting that in the chat for me. Is the one that is going to pay for the funerals, because like I said, 4 people have lost their life to date that we know of. And this dad stayed with his family, was with his whole family at the birthday party for the 14-year-old, and now his son is gone. So number of injured victims in Stockton mass shooting increases to 13. The San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office on Tuesday said 2 previously unaccounted for victims from the mass shooting in Stockton have been located, bringing the total number of victims to 17. The sheriff said the 2 victims had been grazed by bullets during the shooting at the child's birthday party and then took themselves to the hospital on Monday night. According to the sheriff's office, investigators are concerned that the victims did not stay at the scene and receive medical attention. The shooting on Saturday night killed 4 people and injured 13. Initial reports from the sheriff's office had the number of people injured at 11. 2 of the victims who were killed have been identified by their family members. The 14-year-old was killed. The 14-year-old who was killed was identified as Amari Peterson. The 21-year-old victim was identified as Susano Archuleta. The other victims were 8 and 9 years old. The 8-year-old attended Stockton Unified, and the school district has said it would be offering mental health services for students and staff, including the child's mother, who is an employee of the district. CBS News Sacramento also confirmed that one of the victims who was injured is community activist Jasmine Della Frost. In the wake of the shooting, Stockton Mayor Christina requested federal resources, saying the brazen nature of the shooting requires a strong response. It's babies we're talking about, children, she said. We're talking about a cake being cut as bullets are ringing out. The candles have been blown out. You're cutting a cake, and then bullets are flying out, passing, going through flesh, and killing 4 people. There's a reward up to $50,000 being offered by the FBI for information leading to the identification and arrest and conviction of the person or people responsible for the shooting. There's also a separate $10,000 reward being offered by Crime Stoppers, and it is being matched by Fugazi, along with $5,000 contribution from Councilwoman, and for a total of $25,000. But as we know, it is up to $50,000, and Burna Boy is helping pay for the funerals. This is so incredibly sad. In my opinion, your thoughts?
So this is one of the stories that I've been closely following.
Okay.
It is extremely sad. But we gotta be careful who we inviting into our spaces with our kids. You're not telling me this man, this rapper, whatever he is, didn't know he had somebody that had it out for him. Why are you at the 2-year-old's party? You know, this is sad, because nobody goes to a birthday party thinking my kid's gonna be gone for going to a birthday party. This makes you as a parent decide that maybe I shouldn't go to nobody's birthday party no more because all these people ain't safe. I just feel like it's devastating. The toll keeps going, and I'm scared that we're gonna reach over 20 before it's over.
Mm.
And that's gonna break my heart. Because not only did these four die, but there were quite a few of these kids that were grays. And that's traumatic for a kid to try to understand. You know what I'm saying? We have to protect our kids. And this is not what we see as protection. And as much as I feel for that mom sitting up there telling me she's sorry for all these families that have lost their children,
Mm-hmm.
that's not enough for me.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate it, Amy J.
Hey, in these situations, I always wonder what the person is thinking in a situation with their children and families. I don't know if there is ever a time to like stop with your rage is when there's children and families.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it was a kid themselves. I just can't understand that part. Cause like I'm starting to hear this more and more when people are like that whole on site thing and they start to do it in spaces where it's just not it's gonna come out bad for you at the end of it all. Once you come down from whatever psychotic you were on to pump you up to do the do the shooting, you're gonna realize you completely violated a bunch of people. The woman who had that party probably would have never wanted anyone to be hurt like that at her party.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody plans for something like that. And then I feel bad for the people who actually passed and perished in that situation. And listening to her say, I would never do out party outside, like you just don't know. And it makes me sad because I've seen stuff like this in my lifetime. And everyone always says, try to regroup and say, what are we going to do? How could we have done it different? And I'm like, it just comes down to people who are making choices like that, make better choices. Don't make it a situation where people are going to have to live with this trauma from here on out. My son was killed at a birthday party, a 2-year-old birthday party. That's very traumatic.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like sometimes people are just not thinking with the right head. Whatever issues you have, there is a time and a place for you all to hash it out. And it's not where there are women and children. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, very sad. Katrina, your thoughts?
Yeah, people like that don't have any feelings. They don't even have a conscience.
Mm.
Because if anybody have a conscience, they would know. You don't go shoot up a 2-year-old birthday party. So there's conscience and they don't have any feelings. It's not there. And another thing, we are in a spiritual warfare. We dealing with demonic stuff every day. We turn on the news, there's something in the news. Not one day have we not turned on this news or the YouTube streets or whatsoever, and we haven't heard that somebody was unalive. And what gives this man and this woman peace, hopefully would give them peace, is knowing that their child was a good child. His child was not there doing bad things, causing bad conflicts, causing that, causing this. He was a good child. And as a person told me a long time ago, when one of my favorite uncles passed away, and I was like, well, I have more uncles that do a lot of stuff that he don't even do. And he tells me, don't you think God need good people on his side as well? So things happen for a reason. And I'm not saying that that was determined to happen, but the way this world is going, you don't know if you're going to make it back in your house when you walk out the door. It's ridiculous. It's sad and it's unnerving. It's just so much stuff going around, so much hate, so much death, so much immorality. It's just getting sad and sicker every day by day. We don't see much love with people anymore. All we see is conflict and hate, and that's not a good way to live. Stress and all that stuff will take you out before somebody take you out with a pow pow. It's ridiculous. It's sad, and hopefully, Jesus Christ, hopefully, people can get back to the point where they helped each other, they loved each other, and they made sure that each one of them got back to their homes. and made it back to their families. That's what type of structure we need right now, because right now we don't have it, and it's sad. It's getting more sad. But that's all I got.
48.
Yeah, it's really sad what happened to the children that were lost and the young adult that was lost. It is sad, but I'm leaning more towards, in my opinions, like view too. In no way am I blaming the mother, but I do think at a certain age, and then being that she works with kids, you have to have like some kind of social awareness. Like you have to know the people that are around and who you are inviting around. This is circulating on YouTube, and it is very hard for me to believe that this mother didn't know the beef that showed up at that party. Um, I just think that as a people, we have to start holding each other accountable, like not holding any more secrets, not letting people that we know that are doing these type of things to be around us, because they are putting not only our kids in jeopardy but the rest of the neighborhood. We have to have a solution for this, or this is going to continue to happen. I know people are saying like President Trump don't need to be going into cities and stuff like this, but I agree. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that we should be a police type of country like that. But when I keep hearing, like Katrina said, it's like every single freaking day. It's something from coast to coast, north, south, east, west. It's always something in these cities with these young people who have access to pow pows, but they're not giving these kids the same access to education and after school activities. It's just a whole bunch of stuff that's just so jacked up. And it's so sad. I really don't have any words to say, because it's like we talk about these things all the time. And it's like we keep repeating it's sad, and I don't know, Diva. Rest in peace to all of those kids
Yeah.
and to that mother. Um, I don't want her to have a heavy heart, but I do think that she needs to keep it a being with herself, and to realize that she did invite some of that situation to that party. And that's my opinion.
Yeah. So I will say this. A lot of times when people are living in a certain lifestyle, they never really think in their mind that stuff is going to come to their doorstep. Especially, no one would ever think, regardless of a beef, because when they're living that life, the beefs are every day, right? They would never think or comprehend in their head that at a birthday party, someone would really come and wild out like that, right? Um, I think the mother is, and I'm treading lightly because this is beyond sad, this situation. But I think the mother, she lives a certain life herself too. Just observing like the tattoo she had on her neck. But again, I don't think this mother would have thought in her wildest dreams that something like this could happen at a 2-year-old's birthday party. Which, when I watched Scarface, I don't know if you ever saw that movie long time ago. It's very popular movie. Why is his name slipping my mind right now? The main character, but they was gangsters. Al Pacino, thank you. They was gangsters selling drugs, right? And they got a message to put a hit on somebody. And when they went to do it, he saw that the wife and kids was about to get in the car. He was like, no woman, no children. There's no street code like that anymore. They don't give a darn. It could be a newborn baby, 5 kids, the nana, a woman, children. Okay, no problem in my opinion. All of that, and they're taking you out. They don't give a darn. But there used to be some respect and a little bit of street code. Now there's nothing. For you to literally go in a birthday party, and we all know that the bullets have no names on it. For you to go at a kid's party and you just start aimlessly blasting off, it's sad. And these people were really relentless with it, because 4 people died, but altogether 17 people got hurt. Or I'm sorry, 4 people died and 13 people got hurt. Yes. Yeah, thank you, Increased Manner. Tony Montana, okay, from Scarface. So they just wouldn't take the lives of any woman or children. Like nowadays, it's like whatever, everywhere. Get the person however you can get it. And I think I did a story a couple months ago on this channel where the kids was the mom and the husband and the kids was in the back. They drove through some barricade made by the people in the neighborhood, and these young kids shot up the car, and the little girl died. And now he got life in prison. It's just crazy. No honor among thieves. In my opinion, what did you want to add?
So I just want to say that you are right in the sense that nobody wants this to happen at a party.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like this rapper and this mama knows a lot more than what they letting on.
They do.
And I think you just noticed the way she was talking. Yes, I felt remorse, but I felt something else. They covering up something. Cause that daddy said he was aiming at the area where the rapper was.
Mm-hmm. You broke up.
You as the mother invite all these people, and you invite this rapper that you know got a beef going on. You're putting everybody's life in danger, playing games. I wouldn't do that to nobody, kid.
And then he was very disrespectful too. Like it's like they bring in that karmic energy on themselves. These are people that rap about doing stuff like this.
And why would you bring
I'm sorry,
a
go ahead.
2-year-old party anyway?
No. It was a 2-year-old's birthday party. Let me say this though. What we gotta understand too and acknowledge too. I want to say the rapper was the 2-year-old's daddy from everything I was pulling together. But let's be clear. Me bringing my kid to a person A's party. Obviously, I know them. Obviously, I know who their daddy is. And obviously, I got to know their daddy perhaps is going to be there. But maybe I wanted to meet daddy or get a picture with daddy. Remember, he said, and may he rest in peace. And I know that this father loves his family. This is a man that has these kids with this woman, and he's still in that household. And you could tell he loved his kids. But when the rapper arrived, his kid went right over to meet him. The rapper is her boyfriend. Thank you, Increased Matters. That's what I gathered. So it is like me knowing that I'm about to go to Diddy's baby mama's birthday party. There's gonna be a 99% chance that Diddy might be at the party, and I know my kids want to meet Diddy. So this is not just all on this mother who threw the party. Everybody going to the party, they knew what type of party they was going to, and the potentials that were going to be there. So, but I'm 10 toes down that nobody in their mind would think to themselves that this is going to happen at a kid's birthday party. I really highly doubt that they thought that was going to happen. Do I think that they knew there was beefs and all of that? When you live in that environment, you live in this high pressure world where there's always a beef. But the last place you may think a beef is going to happen is at a 2-year-old birthday party. So to me, this is a sad situation all the way around. How could you anticipate or even think for 2.2 seconds that something so horrific would happen? You don't have to know who they're beefing with. I mean, if you know Diva lives a certain lifestyle, and then you come to hang out with Diva, then you're gonna know that you are now subjecting yourself to Diva's environment and her lifestyle. It's just a point blank in the period. You got to think that to yourself. But if I were going out to hang with somebody that had a certain lifestyle and they like, oh, it's a birthday party, it's going to be at the club, the last thing I might think in my mind is, yeah, I know Diva Wild's out, but it's going to be at the club. Ain't nothing going to happen at that club down there. And then boom, something happens. This to me is sad all the way around. And it represents how we as Black and brown people, on an alarming rate, we don't give a rat's behind how many of us we take out. The rate is just alarming. It's beyond sad how we are taking each other out of this world and don't give a darn. But the thing that really, really, really kills me is when I'm watching the court cases, and then all of a sudden, these people are remorseful. No, you are a day late and $1 short. Now you want to cry? I've seen so many people, young people, they behind bars, and they said, I've been down for, they call it down for whatever reason. I've been down for 15 years. I've been down for 10 years. I came in here when I was 18. I'm 20 now, but they gave me life. They don't think about the aftermath. They think in the moment. I mean, look how we just saw the other day on this channel. You go get a haircut, and because the barber came back here, and you can grow back here. The barber cut your line off, and you are like losing your mind. I mean, but you know what, increased matter, it doesn't matter what their nationality was. Everybody's in these streets now wilding the heck out. It is sad. So listen, guys, y'all know the routine. Chat with me. I'll chat back. Make sure you hit that like button. It's very unfortunate that sometimes in these trending topics, we got to do these particular topics. But I'm also hoping when we do these topics that if one person out there gets saved and change their life and do things differently, then I have done my job when I come up and do these topics. I love y'all. Good night and goodbye, everybody. Choo choo.